Hi there, a quick update today. So the first pictures of the Z9 have started to come in. What a chunky looking camera this one is, almost a perfect square. There are just a couple of pictures so far, but that's enough to give us more about the camera. Now, before we get into the Z9, about a week back, we lost Danish Siddiqui, who was a Pulitzer winning photojournalist. I did a small 3-minute as a tribute to Danish's commitment to bring the truth through the lens. He was a hero, so check out the link in the description and learn a bit more about Danish Siddiqui. Back to the Z9, the design and the button layout looked friendlier to me even when compared to the D6. Here's a quick look at the back of the camera. Almost all the buttons are on the right side, emphasizing a single-handed operation just like the other Z bodies. What stopped the Z bodies so far from being a completely single-handed use camera is the position of the playback button, which is on the left side, forcing a lot of people to customize one of the function buttons as a playback button and wasting valuable real estate on the camera. Even the D6 actually had a playback button on the left side, but on the Z9 you can see here that the playback button is just below the menu, which I think is quite thoughtful. There's no drive button there. Instead, you can choose continuous low or continuous high from the left dial on top of the body. Just below that you can see the FN4 button. So there are 4 function buttons, and I'm pretty sure that the other 3 are placed on the front of the camera, just like the D6. And instead of a preview button on the D6, you will have the FN3 button there, 3 function buttons there. I suppose that the top dial will have the usual mode, metering and bracketing buttons, just like the D6. The rest of the stuff is pretty usual, but glad to see that the Z9 is already participating in all the action. Unlike Canon, Nikon haven't been marketing much with the planned leaks. They seem to be quite tight-lipped about the Z9, and of course we know now that the R3 is not going to be a match for the Z9 in terms of resolution and video specs. As far as the autofocus goes, we need to still see what comes out. Now here's one more good news. Can you see 400 written here? The quality of the picture is bad, but I can see 400 written on the lens. That means, guys, the 100 to 400 lens is ready and kicking to come out soon. So it doesn't matter if you're relevant for the Z9 or not, whether you are a Z9 target audience or not. What you might be interested in is a set of super zooms that are probably being used at the Olympics right now as we speak. I think we will see a lot more information coming out about the Z9 in the next few days or in the next few weeks. And if September is when the new real-time tracking firmware gets released for the Z2s, I'm pretty sure we will have almost all the information about the camera by that time. By the way, we still don't know if the sensor is actually a 45 megapixel sensor. It could be a higher megapixel or a lower megapixel camera. It's a rumor from reliable sources, but it's still a rumor. So look forward. The moment I get to know more about the Z9, I'll keep you posted. Do check the video on Danish. Link is in the description. Have a great day. See you.